The Kelvary battlecruiser Asterisk Indomitable Fury Asterisk hung in orbit around the small blue planet, its gleaming hull reflecting the light of the unremarkable yellow star. Commander Trawl stood on the bridge, gazing down at what the locals called Earth. Intelligence had classified it as a death world, high gravity, extreme temperature variations, caustic atmosphere, and unpredictable weather patterns. How anything evolved sentience in such conditions remained a mystery. Final invasion checks complete, Commander, Lieutenant Merck reported. Drop pods primed for deployment. Trawl nodded. The humans have no unified planetary defense. Their nations squabble among themselves. This will be a swift victory for the Kelvary Dominion. The strategic value of Earth was minimal. The Dominion merely needed a forward operating base in this sector. The primitive humans would provide labor and resources. Their technology was centuries behind Kelvary standards. They didn't even have proper energy weapons. Deploy the first wave. Target their military installations. Trawl ordered. 100 drop pods streaked through Earth's atmosphere, each containing 5 elite Kelvary warriors. The Kelvary were the apex predators of their home world, thick exoskeletons, 4 powerful arms, enhanced vision, and natural toxin glands. Their warriors trained from hatching for combat. The pods landed in a remote region called Montana, near a human military facility. As planned, they established a perimeter and began advancing toward the base. What wasn't planned was the snowstorm. The temperature plummeted to levels that made even their thermal-regulated armor struggle. Visibility dropped to meters. The Kelvary warriors pressed forward, confident in their superiority. Movement ahead, Squad Leader Vex announced over the comm. Small group of humans, likely civilians. Through the swirling snow, they spotted 3 humans emerging from a primitive ground vehicle that had stopped on the road. The humans wore inadequate protection against the elements, simple fabric coverings rather than proper environmental suits. Continue advance, Vex ordered. Ignore the civilians unless they interfere. The warriors moved to pass the stranded vehicle. Then one of the humans did something unexpected. He opened a compartment in the vehicle and pulled out a small metal container. "What is he doing?" a warrior asked. The human poured liquid from the container into the vehicle's propulsion system. Scanning, another warrior reported. It appears to be alcohol. Ethanol. Commander Trawl, monitoring from orbit, frowned. Explain. The science officer consulted the database. Humans consume ethanol as a recreational intoxicant. It's highly flammable. They're putting a flammable intoxicant into their vehicle. Trawl asked, bewildered. The human is modifying the fuel mixture, the science officer realized. The alcohol will prevent the fuel from freezing in these temperatures. On the ground, the warriors watched as the vehicle's engine roared to life. The humans climbed back in and continued down the road, completely unaware of the alien invaders watching them. They improvised a solution using a recreational drug. Vex said, a note of unexpected respect in his voice. The snowstorm intensified. 2 hours later, the first wave of warriors was in trouble. Their environmental systems were failing in the extreme cold, and they had lost contact with 3 squads. Vex led his squad toward a human structure in the distance, a small, isolated building. We will commandeer this outpost. They surrounded the building. Inside was a single human male, elderly by their standards. He showed no fear when they burst through the door, weapons raised. "Well now," the human said, looking them over, "you fellas must be cold." Before they could respond, he tossed something into a stone structure in the corner. Flames erupted, radiating heat throughout the room. "Chemical weapons," a warrior shouted, raising his blaster. "Stand down," Vex ordered. "It's just fire. He's burning carbon-based material for heat." The old human moved to a shelf and retrieved a container. "Coffee? You look like you could use some warming up." The warriors watched, transfixed, as he heated water and created a steaming brown liquid, which he consumed. "Commander," Vex reported to the ship, "the humans are utilizing controlled combustion for environmental regulation and consuming heated stimulant solutions to maintain body temperature. On the Indomitable Fury Commander Traal received increasingly disturbing reports. Another squad had encountered humans who, trapped by the storm, had cut open a large animal, removed its internal organs, and crawled inside the carcass to survive the night. A third squad reported humans creating shelters from compacted snow, using the very element threatening their survival as protection against itself. These are not the actions of an inferior species, Traal murmured. These are the adaptations of creatures evolved on a world that constantly tries to kill them. The reports continued through the night. Humans using friction to create fire without technology. Humans fashioning tools from the environment. Humans cooperating to overcome obstacles that would have killed a lone cavalry warrior. By morning, when the storm cleared, 30% of the first wave was non-functional, either dead or incapacitated by the conditions. The humans, meanwhile, emerged from their dwellings and began clearing snow with primitive but effective tools. Commander Vex reported, "The humans are not primitive. They are survivors. They treat continuous adaptation as normal. What we consider emergencies, they consider Tuesday." Traal stared at the holographic display of Earth. The Dominion's strategy had assumed the harsh conditions of the planet would work against its inhabitants. They had calculated wrong. "Recall all forces," Traal ordered. "Sir," his second-in-command questioned. "The invasion has barely begun." "We are not prepared for this campaign," Traal said firmly. "These humans, they evolved on a death world. They don't just survive it, they thrive in it. They use recreational drugs as fuel. They sit calmly beside controlled infernos. They shelter inside dead animals. They build homes from frozen water." Traal turned away from the view screen. "We need to reassess. Mark this planet as extremely hazardous, not because of its conditions, but because it produced a species that considers improvised survival to be basic resourcefulness." As the Indomitable Fury broke orbit, Traal knew the Dominion would return. But next time, they would bring an army that understood what they were facing. A species that had conquered a death world by refusing to accept that anything was impossible.